So Venom is the new sponsor of the UFC. They're going to replace Reebok, and I don't know when that kicks in. I think effective immediately. I was stunned on social media how many ingrates were looking a gift horse in the mouth. Now, let me attempt to explain this. And anybody reasonable out there is quickly going to get it. And if you find yourself not agreeing with me, you just need to know you're unreasonable. You got to know that about yourself. And perhaps I can help you to learn that right now, okay? Every penny that Venom puts in, that's a broad stroke. But let's go with it anyway. Every penny that Venom puts in for this sponsorship right and this exposure opportunity gets put back out to the fighters. It just sifts through. Venom pays it to the company pays it right back out to the fighter. So you're quickly ask yourself, well, then what the hell's the point? That's a lot of work by the UFC. Why do a deal if you can't profit from a deal? Well, okay, real simple answer. The UFC really wants guys to look clean. The walkout's a very big deal. The press conferences are a very big deal. They want you to look clean. They want you to look uniformed like any other sport in the world. They don't love that NASCAR feel where it's just all these different signs. I don't know that I fully was ever bothered by that. I don't know that as a viewer that ever bothered me that a guy had 8 different sponsors on him. I don't think it bothers me when NASCARs do it. In fact, I think they kind of look cool. That isn't the point, though. The UFC wanted it another way. So they were willing to go through the work to bring in this sponsor, get everything cleaned up, but they also want to take care of the boys. Because for a period of time, the UFC was allowing you to go get your own sponsors. That was a whole nother arm. It was an industry that was created through that. They would have trade shows and whatnot. There was management teams put in place. I mean, it literally created an industry. Now, that never should have been done. No executive producer of TV should ever set up the cameras and allow somebody else to take the ad dollars, but the UFC did. So instead of being grateful and thanking them for that, people are now upset for the way the structure is now, which is Venom, and everybody's got to wear it. Guess what? You have to do that. The UFC doesn't have to pay you for that. The UFC wants to pay you for that. They don't want to pull the rug out. They're into the idea that you're uniformed, and they're willing to go through the hassle, which would be a complete logistical pain in the ass, by the way. They're willing to go through that and put every dollar back out as long as they get what they want, which is everybody is clean. They just kind of look the same. That was Reebok for a period of time. Now it'll be Venom. I only bring that to you because when people are trying to break down the pay structure, and this was a big talking point on social media and a couple of the dirt sheets that I went to where I go to get my MMA information. And they didn't like that, there was something, if you fought in the UFC less than 6 times, here's your amount. And it works all the way up to if you're a champion returning or in a championship match. They have a structure. However they came up with that or whatever they came up with that for, in any other sport would be zero. Why there's a structure and why the athletes are getting paid anything. If I'm setting up the cameras, I'd take every advertising dollar. I would never hide it. I would never say sorry. It's called the TV model. There is no other show that operates with the generosity of the UFC, not to mention they put up with the pain in the ass that comes along with it, and they don't get told thank you. If you see it any other way than the way I just explained it, you're unreasonable.